Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to another episode of A State of Grace Wellbeing podcast. I'm Grace, your host, and I'm a wellbeing and mindful living coach for women. And for nearly a decade, I've been finding ways to soften out of survival mode and return to myself through mindfulness, nervous system regulation, and practices that support deep, sustainable well-being. I'm so grateful you've chosen to spend this time with me today. I'd like to begin by asking you a question. Have you ever found yourself saying, I finally have more time, so why am I still so tired? Maybe you've retired. Perhaps your children have grown up and left home. And maybe you've reduced your work hours, or you finally reached a season in life where things are meant to be a little slower. And yet, you wake up feeling exhausted. You sit down to rest, but your mind won't switch off. You finally have the time you've been longing for, but you don't quite know what to do with it. If that sounds familiar, then today's episode is especially for you. This morning I met up with a few lovely ladies for coffee. As we chatted, one friend shared something that stayed with me long after we left. She recently retired after many years of shift work. She told us she feels tired all the time. Now, on the surface, that might not seem unusual. Retirement is a big adjustment, but as she spoke, I realised there was something much deeper going on. Although she's retired, she's still looking after grandchildren whenever she's asked, because she says, well, I'm retired now, I've got the time. Apart from walking with friends a couple of times each week, she hasn't really found anything that truly nourishes her. There isn't space in her week that's simply hers. As she shared, my heart quietly whispered, her body still thinks she's surviving. And I suspect she's not alone. So many of us imagine retirement as a finishing line. One day we'll finally have time. Time to rest, time to read, time to walk, time to meditate, time to simply be. But what if time isn't the same as knowing how to rest? Because here's the thing. Our calendar might change overnight. Our nervous system doesn't. Our nervous system is beautifully designed to keep us safe. For years, sometimes decades, it learns the rhythm of our lives. Perhaps you've spent years working shifts, raising children, caring for aging parents, running from one appointment to another, being the one everyone depends upon, putting yourself at the very bottom of the list. Your nervous system quietly learns. This is life. Keep going. Stay alert. Don't stop. Someone needs you. Then one day retirement arrives. Your diary becomes wonderfully empty, but inside nothing has changed. Your body is still waiting for the next emergency. It's still expecting someone to need something. It's still preparing for tomorrow before today has even finished. No wonder so many women tell me, I can't relax. It's something we learn. This is something I've come to understand through mindfulness, meditation, and working with so many wonderful women. Rest isn't simply the absence of work. Rest is the presence of safety. Our body can only trust rest when it believes I'm safe. Not just physically safe, emotionally safe, safe enough to stop striving, safe enough to stop fixing, safe enough to stop proving, safe enough to simply exist. I wonder whether many women quietly lose themselves because they've become experts at being needed. We've spent years being the dependable one, the organizer, the listener, the helper, the problem solver, the one who always says yes. Then suddenly, no one's asking quite so much of you anymore. Or perhaps they're asking even more because you're retired now, and somewhere inside comes this uncomfortable question. If I'm not looking after everyone else, who am I? That question can feel unsettling, but it's also an invitation to gently come home to yourself. Perhaps this next season isn't asking you to do more. Perhaps it's asking you to discover what truly nourishes your soul. What brings you alive, not what keeps you busy. There's a difference. Maybe it's singing. Maybe it's painting. Maybe it's walking through the bush without checking your phone. Maybe it's learning something new. Maybe it's sitting quietly with a cup of tea. Maybe it's meditation. Maybe it's joining a woman's circle where, for just a few hours, no one expects anything from you except your presence. These aren't luxuries. These are nourishments. And just like we wouldn't expect a plant to bloom without water, we can't expect ourselves to flourish without regularly tending to our own well-being. You don't need to change your whole life tomorrow. Your nervous system learns through repetition. A few quiet minutes each morning, a slow breath before answering the phone, saying, "Let me think about that," instead of immediately saying yes. Listening to music that softens your heart, watching the sunrise, feeling your feet on the earth. Every one of these tiny moments sends a beautiful message to your body. It's okay. We're safe. You don't have to keep running. So today, I'd love to leave you with 3 questions. When was the last time you did something simply because it nourished you? Not because someone needed you. Not because it was productive. Not because it crossed something off your list. Just because it brought you peace. Secondly, what would your nervous system thank you for this week? And finally, if you truly believed you didn't have to earn your rest, how might your life begin to look different? As I left coffee this morning, I found myself thinking about my dear friend. I don't think what she needs is another thing to do. I think she needs permission. Permission to choose herself sometimes. Permission to discover who she is beyond the roles she's played for so many years. Permission to rest without guilt. Perhaps that's something many of us need. So if today's episode has spoken to your heart, I'd love to invite you to take one small step this week. It doesn't have to be big. It might simply be sitting in the garden for 10 minutes, listening to one of my guided meditations, or saying yes to something that nourishes you. Because healing doesn't always happen in grand, life-changing moments. Sometimes it begins the moment your body realizes the rush is over. Thank you so much for joining me today on A State of Grace Wellbeing podcast. If this episode resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you shared it with a friend, someone who might also need permission to slow down and breathe. Until next time, be gentle with yourself and remember, There is always grace waiting for you, exactly where you are.